Conservative Party manifesto launched today, David Cameron said that the last Labour Party left a debt-addicted, welfare burden steadily declining once great nation, and that the current Labour Party will take you back to square one. Is he right?
David Cameron's come along today, 3 weeks before an election, and has made a whole series of promises without any clue about how he's going to pay for them. And all that means is that after the election, working people would pick up the bill in worse services, higher taxes, and falling living standards, just like they have for the last 5 years.
Well, you say that, but the Conservative Party have at least laid out that, number one, they want to eliminate the deficit, and number two, that there will be some spending cuts, whereas the Labour Party said that they'll be spending up to £30 billion by 2020, and you won't say how deep the cuts will be.
Well, the Labour Party's laid out a plan to cut the deficit every year and balance the books. What the Conservative Party have come along and done is added on today a whole series of uncosted promises on the NHS, on taxes, on housing, and they've got no idea where the money's coming from. And the problem is, what everybody knows is that means they'll end up paying the price. They'll end up paying the price in worse services, in higher taxes, in falling living standards. The Conservative Party's lost all credibility when it comes to its manifesto today.
Well, I've got your manifesto book here, and it says, Britain only succeeds when working people succeed. And the Conservative Party today, they say that they are in fact the party that supports workers. I've just got it here. They laid out plans to keep minimum wage workers out of tax, double free childcare, and boost the right to buy ownership. They're actually stepping on your toes, aren't they?
Well, what people know is that over the last 5 years, wages haven't kept up with bills, the NHS has gone backwards, and young people have had a harder life than their parents. And there's only one party that can stand up for working people in our country, and that's the Labour Party. With a higher minimum wage, an £8 minimum wage, by banning the exploitation of zero-hours contracts, by having apprenticeships for our young people, cutting the tuition fee from £9,000 to £6,000 and rescuing our NHS.
But what do you say how deep your cuts will be?
We've set out the cuts that we're planning. We've said that we're going to, outside protected areas like health and education, there will be reductions in spending until the books are balanced. We've done what no opposition party has done ever before at this stage.
Even the Institute of Fiscal Studies say that actually you've not made it clear how much you'll be cutting.
No, we have set out our plan. We've set out a very clear plan, which is fair taxation. So we're going to reverse David Cameron's millionaires tax cut. Outside protected areas like health and education, spending will be falling. But we're going to be doing something very different from the Conservatives. By raising living standards, we'll also help pay down the deficit, cut it every year, and balance the books.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.